Hey. Hello, everybody. Himsa. Hello, Bella. Hello, Renee. I see my tip link came in a bit late though. Should have been right at the start. No dawn today. Bit odd, but okay. Hi Dawn, if you're watching this later. I guess I should just get on with it. So this is Tilly that we did last time. And the time before that, I will try and show you. So we did a Lucy. And here are the kittens. I'll turn these off so that we can see what they are. I've actually redrew these so that it goes along with the style. Oh yeah, I forgot to change it, sorry, but go on my memory. I don't think I can change it very easily either. I'm just stumbling now, can I change it? There's join, subscribe, oh join, I wonder if that's a... I can move it. Don't know if I can rewrite it. So it's Discord. Nope, that ain't working. I'm actually gonna change this whole thing anyway, like the overlay. I can't see a way of changing that. And then it's not moving back into position. Typically. I should have just left it alone. There, that'll do. Lock it in, lock it in. Okay. I'm leaving that alone. Oh, hi Dawn. If you rewind it, you'll hear I do say hello to you. Even though you're late. So, as I was saying, I have redrew these kittens. But today we're going to vector these. Now, the other thing I want to point to your attention is there's eyeball. I actually did for a different project, but I think this will suit the kittens very well. So we're going to do something like that for each kitten. Like, if we can move it into place. And shrink it, obviously. You'll see what I mean, it looks quite good for the kitten. So I'm gonna try and like copy that as such. I'll move it back out the way for now. Okay. Let's start doing this. So let's go to pen tool. And let's start putting in some nodes. Where should we start? Let's start with this nose so that I'll zoom in so I can see a bit better. I see the pressure still on the pen, which I'll have to adjust in a second. Just putting in nodes where I think they'll be. I'm going to node tool. I'm selecting all of them. Wait, if it lets me. Zoom out a little bit so I can get them all. and then make that smarter smooth. Change the pressure, cause I don't like that. Okay. Now, I'm gonna make this one sharp actually, so that it doesn't affect both sides when I do it. And make it more the shape of the nose. You see when you make it sharp, these two are actually separate, whereas they wouldn't be on the smooth. Just playing with the notes just to try and get it right. Okay, I think that's looking more better now. I'm going to use pen tool again. I'm going to draw the line here. And then go to move tool. Go into the stroke panel. And I'm going to make the pressure smaller at one end. I'm also going to drag that inside the nose shape. And then I'm going to go to new tool. And I'm going to bend it slightly. Whichever way the nose goes. I think it's this way on this one. And there we go, one nose. It's a starter. Thank you for listening to my TED talk. I'll see you next week. No. I'm gonna go carry on now, so pen tool. And then just gonna get this nose into the shape. I'm just gonna reset that pressure. Actually, I'm gonna make it go the other way. And then go to node tool and bend it into shape. Like so. And do this like duplicate. And do the same. So I'm gonna drag this one across. Go to the transform panel. Do the flip. And put this in the place. Like so. I'm gonna go to node tool and just make it make sense with the lines that I drew. Like so. Now you can see this part of the face is actually covered by the ear, but we're gonna draw it anyway. So go into pen tool, making sure we select away from what we're just doing because we don't want to carry on the line. I'm just going to make 3 nodes across here, like so. And I'm going to adjust the pressure that it's got 1 to 1 in the middle and 2 they're like down on each side. And I go to node tool. Now I'm going to bend it into shape. Just adjusting nodes to make sense with the shape. Like so. I think that'll do. Now, something that I don't ever do really. I'm going to go into the pixel persona. And I'm going to select just a normal brush. Just like the round one under me. Make sure it's black. And I'm going to go above all these lines and make a pixel layer. And then just draw in these. Oh, that's too big. Adjusting the width, like I said. And I draw these little spots. Like this. Now they got quite a few little spots on their face. This one won't matter too much because it'll be covered by the hair. But this one, it's got quite a few, as you can see. I'm just making little black smudges everywhere. some bigger, some smaller. So it looks random. And this is where the whiskers would be. But we're not going to draw the whiskers. Just the dots. There's quite a few of them. I'm just colouring them in now. Like so. And when you zoom out, yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm going to do the bottom jaw now. So I'm going to go back to the vector persona into pen tool again. Now this is going to have to make a shape so we can colour it in. So starting from here, if it would have started from there. Starting from here, I'm going to go straight across to this one, up to the top of the nose and back. And that makes our shape so we can colour it in later. I'm actually going to go to pressure and reset it. And I'm just going to make the mouth shape now. Like so. Didn't want to make that node there. I wanted to pull it. Do that and like that. Just so it sort of hides the lines, strokes. So you can see that I said it quite well. I'm going to go back to pen tool, make sure we're not on the same as what we were doing, otherwise it'll continue. And I'm just going to draw nodes in to make the whole face shape now. So all around here and down. And then join it up. Go into node tool. And just looking at chat 2 seconds. Your car had an MOT. Oh, hope it passes. What I'm going to do with this head, I'm going to select the whole nodes that we just made and make them smart smooth. Now I'm going to adjust them so it makes sense with the head. So. Make some of these nodes sharp, like they should have been. Like that. Now, this head shape has got to be underneath all the other lines, so that when we colour it in, it will make sense. And I get rid of this node, because it didn't look right to me. I'm just going to bend it into shape. So it don't really matter about this one because it'll be covered by the air. Just tighten it up a little bit, like that. And now what I'm going to do is duplicate that shape. And I'm going to colour the bottom one. I'm just going to make this grey, like so. But I'm going to go to the one that's just a stroke now. Make sure. Turn off the stroke. And then just make sure that one's just a stroke. And then we'll do that trick that we were doing last week, which is make a node here, make a node here, and get the middle one, break it. The middle one again, delete it. We're gonna have to do that quite a few times on the way around. So we'll do it here. We'll get rid of that one. Break and delete. And then on this side, so we'll put 2 nodes here. And delete the middle one, and we'll break it and delete it. And that is looking pretty good. The only thing I like doing is select all of those nodes and make the pressure so it's sharp in the middle, and I mean rounded in the middle and sharp at the ends. So that it gives you that nice sort of like thicker in the middle, thinner at the edges. Like so. Now, you might have noticed we can't see the sketch anymore. So what I'm going to do is grab the sketch, which is this one, and drag it to the top so that we can see the sketch through. Because we're not done yet. Just reading chat again. Are you eating dinner, are you? Nice. I'm gonna have to change the time or something to make it make more sense. Not sure what I'll do on that. I have to have a word with Bella. See what we can do. Now, on this cat there is a lot of lines, so I'm just going to go down to the bottom and go into pen tool, put it into line mode, and then just do these random lines that there are. There's one here. Make sure it's black so we can see it. And just do the next line, and the next line. Oh, no, that is wrong because I was just trying to move it. But yeah, just do these random lines. So, one there, so over here. It don't matter if they don't make sense right now. We'll be changing them anyway. I'm just making sure they're there so that we can do stuff with them. I think we're good. Now what I'm going to do is go to Node Tool and select each line and make them make sense with the sketch. So that one's got to add some nodes. And it's slightly bent like this. Like so. And then go to the next line and do the same. So this is up here. We're going to add nodes to make it down here. We're going to add nodes to make it go back up. And then curve it into shape. Like so. Like that. And then do the next line. We're just going to keep doing it. So make 3 nodes on this one. And make them smart or smooth. Now, this one goes up. This one goes down, and this one goes up. So it's this kind of shape. And now grabbing the next line, do exactly the same. So a couple of nodes. Make sure that the middle ones are smart or smooth. And then just make them make sense with the line. Like that. Like so. Going on to the next line. Doing exactly the same. This one though, I think it's just straight down, which it is. Going on to the next line. Put in your nodes. Selecting them. Putting them in smart or smooth. And bending them accordingly. Putting in extra nodes if you need them. Selecting the next line. It's just a lot of repeating. So those nodes we're gonna make smart as well. Make an extra one because it goes slightly up that way. Like that. And that. And then same on these lines. A node here, a node here. Making sure they're smart or smooth. and then making the masons with the sheep. And finally the last line, which I think is just like this. They're not exactly the same on each side, which is why we couldn't just duplicate it across, but they are similar. I've done this wrong photo, so that is why they're not quite the same. This mouthpiece that we did earlier, I'm just going to make that the same fill colour as the head, so using the eyedropper tool and making it that, and also the muzzle piece, it's this one. We're going to make the same colour as well, and it's not quite right actually, so I adjust the nose to make it make sense, and just like that, and that's better. Okay, start a little more catchy now. Oh, I just realised the ears I did the wrong way round. No, damn it. So, you know, we did like the head sheep, and then we did the lines separately. So, where are they? That one and that one. So what I'm going to do is delete one of them, and then move the other one, to make it make more sense with drawing. So, putting this into place here. Like that. Now, we're actually going to have to adjust the other bits as well. So, going into node tool, and dragging this node up just past the ear, making sure it makes sense with the face. So, I have to zoom in. Get it perfect. That one's already enough in, so that's good. But yeah, that is what it's meant to be doing. Now, we're going to carry on doing his markings, so we're going to go back to pen tool and just select any layer apart from the one that we were just on, and we are going to select this line and select the other line. Oh, that's me trying to move the screen. What we're going to do is select that line and that line, and the same on the other side, like so. And these lines, so they just go into the middle here. Join all these, and I go to the node tool, select all the lines we just did, now they're not quite right, so I'm gonna go into pressure and reset the pressure, and I'm just gonna make them go down to points on one side. Now it's still not right on this one. Can you see right here? So, selecting just that line and the other line, wherever it is, if we can find it. That one and that one, because they're not quite right. So, go into pressure and reset these back up to the top, and pull down the other side slightly, like so. Now, tidying up the nodes. So I'm going to select this one and just bring it just inside the line. Now selecting all these lines we just made, I'm going to bend them with the node tool like this, just around, so it makes that M shape that Cat's known for. And make this node join the line and that one, just so it's like makes sense to the drawing. Okay, that's looking more right now. I'm gonna go into the pen tool again, make sure we're not selected on any of the nodes that we were on, and just join the little triangles. Oh, it would help if I put it back into pen mode and join the triangles. Reset that pressure altogether. Go into node tool. And make these a bit more organic. So, a bit like that, but I'm also going to select them and make them smart smooth. And put extra nodes in just to make it look a bit more like it's real life. Exciting. Now doing the other side, so I'm gonna go pen tool and make sure I'm not on that one that we just did, and I'm gonna pen tool in this triangle now and go to new tool, select them all, then make it smart smooth, and then put in extra nodes just to make it nicer, like so. Like that. Just on these triangles, we're gonna swap over the stroke to the fill, so we'll do that because these bits are black on this cow. And the bit I've been really looking forward to, which is the eyes. If I can remember where the eye was, down here. So I'm going to turn this eye on now and bring it down here so we can see it as we're doing it. I go into pen tool, make the outside to the eye first, like so. Make this black. And make sure we're above the eye, the face, sorry. And then go into node tool. Make this one smooth. Make another node on this one, make it smooth. Just making those make sense. They're kind of like this. Now this one, can you see the line actually goes up? So what we're going to do is say break to this one, which will split the line into two, and we're going to just have it into there so that it's a bit more like the car. Still adjusting these nodes slightly, like so. I'm such a perfectionist. I like having it just so. I'm gonna go to shape tool now. I'm making an ellipse, and I'm gonna ellipse about there. Turn off the fill now, and I'm gonna just move it inside of that eye shape, like so, so that when we put it into place, all you can see is that bit of the eye, which is what we want. the eye shape itself, if we go into the fill tool, we can make this color. We'll select the type, which is elliptical, and we make this color the brightest, which is white, and this color more grey, and then just put it in the center of the shape so it gets slightly more darker as it goes out. But the actual eye itself, which is this one, we're gonna make that same browny color. So I'm gonna select the eyedropper tool now and select this brown color and make it that color. What I'm gonna do is go to ellipse and then but the eye shape is kind of ellipsed on a cat. So I'm gonna have it right there. And I get rid of that brown color now and put the stroke as the fill so that we got this kind of shape inside the eye. Just make sure it's inside the eye, which it is now. And if I do it exactly the same, the eye is gonna be wrong, so I'm gonna do it slightly different. I'm just trying to think how to do it different. Let's do it kind of the same. So go to shape tool, go to the cog now, and select right over the eye shape. Now this will give you little tabs. Let's see the red marks. And what you can do is make them sharp, and we're gonna make them long. If it'll let me grab it, like so. And then we're gonna need more of them, so we're gonna make how many teeth it's got, quite a few. Like this. Right there. And then we're gonna make that this brown color but darker. And put it behind the eye shape so that that's all we can see. And we're going to adjust the shape now so it fits the eye. Oh. If I was on move tool, try on there. Just make sure you can't see that middle piece. Like that. Selecting the actual eyepiece now, go into effects, and I always put scale with object on now because it's in me. And trying to think what it is. I think it's outer glow, is it? Select the words and select that brown color of the cog. This might not be it. It needs to be darker than that. So let's go and pick our color so it's darker. Intensity has got to be 100. I'm just trying to do it like I did the other eye. So this has got to be even darker. So I'm just adjusting this down now. There's something not right. Is it that I got to change the blend mode? What about difference? And now we're going to make the intensity less. Like about 70. Yeah, that's looking a bit better. That made the difference. Pay attention, Renee. Okay. Now, we're going to make these glows. So, we're going to go into the shape tool, pick ellipse, and just make the ellipse here and make it white. Duplicate it, go to move tool, then make it slightly smaller, and then go into the layers panel, select both white bits, and go into FX. Don't forget scaled object, and then I think it's Gaussian blur that we need. So not too much. Let's try 1. Yeah, that looks about right. Now on my eyes, I like go into pen tool and then make, I don't know what you would call this shape, but I do this. Go into node tool, so we're going to need to bend it, so let's make that shape filled with white. Now we'll need to bend the shape out, probably make it smaller than this. Like so. And then make 2 of these, so I'm going to duplicate it and put it down. This makes a good start for us. We're going to have to go to node tool though and adjust these nodes. So go in here and here. Like so. And then selecting both these. Going into the FX panel again. Yeah, with object. And Gaussian blur. And we'll put that on 1 as well. Yeah, just, I don't know, it gives it that look I just like. The other thing that this eye's got, if you go into pen tool, make sure we're actually above the cog, but on that kind of layer. And then just draw in 2 nodes like so. Into node tool and bend it. I make this a white stroke. Probably gonna have to change the size to about 0.2 or something. And then the pressure, we're gonna have to have a node in the middle so that it's sharp on both edges. Like so. Like that. And again, well, actually what we'll do this time is we'll go to this menu and change the opacity down to what looks good, about 10. There's that line which you see there, and they've also got a white line, but I think our 2 shapes are not nicely. I keep saying that he is with me. Paying attention. I love it. That's so funny. We can now get rid of the eye, the extra one, which is there, and duplicate this eye and drag it to the other side. Now we're gonna go into transform, into flip, and then adjust it into place. Right there. Now the shines are the wrong way around, so I'm gonna go in and change these, which is all these ones. I'm gonna go into transform, into flip, and then just put them so they make sense. Or this eye, which is about there. Yeah, that makes more sense. We're nearly done with this one. So going back to the nose I just noticed we haven't done. So this nose, we're gonna have a fill now of kind of like a darkish, not fully black, but like a dark grey. Like so. We're gonna change it when we shade it anyway. I do the ears now, so going into pen tool, making sure that we're nowhere near this head, so I'm just gonna select all these layers and join them up in a group so we don't select any of these layers, which there's quite a few of them. Into a group and then select below that shape we just made, that head. And I'm gonna do the pen tool here, just make notes all the way around and join up, just changing the stroke to black. And we've left it on 0.2 as well, so we'll reset the pressure, and I can't remember what I was using, I think it was 1, so we'll put it back on size 1, which it is. Go into node tool now, select the nodes that we actually see and make them smart or smooth, and then just bend them into shape like I'm doing. Like so. Now these are weird ears. I was looking at them, they are very strange. Now I'm gonna go inside the ear, so go up to this menu, insert inside, and then pen tool. And what we're actually gonna do is just select down here with nodes, like so, make the shape. And go to node tool, make the whole thing smart smooth, and what we got to do is try and make this look as if it's folding over, so just moving these nodes into place to make it look like this, like that. Okay, this part of the ear is actually the same colour as the head, so selecting the eyedrop tool and selecting the colour of head, make that the same colour. But the inner part of the ear, this part, is actually different, so on this it's more of a tan colour, so I'm just going to select it off of the actual colour wheel. Right there. Yeah, it's very odd cat. But hey, going into pen tool and making sure we're not part of the ear now, but above it so we can see what we're doing. We're gonna make the little ear tufts, which is a lot of. So just making these nodes across here. There's quite a few of them. And joining this up. Now these are actually a kind of white, but not a total white, they're like off-white. Making sure it's inside that ear and below that shape that we made. We're gonna adjust the shape of them now, they're too spiky, so just gonna bend them all slightly like that. This might take a while because there's a few of them. They curve towards the middle of the air, if you know what I mean. So some of them are going like that way and some of them are going that way. Yeah, they're very odd. They're like this. Now the beauty of vector is that we can just select that air and duplicate it, move it across the other side, go into transform, and flip, and just push it into shape like we were going to do like that. Now I've got to make sure that the ear is part of the head like so. The other thing is these ear fluffs are not exactly the same. So I'm going to go to New Tool, select that one's ear tufts and make them slightly different to the other side. So make this one longer, that one longer, and this one about halfway. This one slightly different curve, just making them slightly different. So this one will have it, I was going to say sticking out of the air, but this part of the ears, we can't do that. Well, we could, but it would be hassle. We're going to change the direction of some of these. And the length, like so. Yeah, that'll do. The beauty of them being pretty much twins is that we can just select all these layers we just made, make them into a group, and duplicate that, and just push it down into the other cats too, like so. They are pretty similar. Like that. Now I'm going to make their little bodies. I go to pen tool, selecting underneath the heads, and start by here, and make the body like this, and I make these smart smooth, and then adjust them so it makes sense with the cat, like so. It would let me select that node. Like that. What I'm going to do is duplicate that, make the bottom one the same colour as the head but no stroke, and the top one just the stroke, and go into Node Tool, because this one has got these bits as well. So I'm going to make some nodes there, make the middle one, and select the middle one and break it, and select the middle one again and delete it. Now this actually happens twice on this section, so just make this one so node either side, node in the middle, break it, and delete it. Now selecting both those, and I go to the stroke panel and make it so it's wide on one side, wide in the middle I mean, and sharp on each side, so that we get that nice look to it, like so. Now I'm going to go to pen tool, make sure we're not anywhere near what we just made, because it'll continue, and I'll make these nodes and make sure the streak is black and bend it slightly so it's towards the way the body goes. So this will be this way. Duplicate that, go to mute, and then make another one there. And what we're going to do, because it's exactly the same on the other side, is duplicate these and put them up in the other place, like that. It's one body. I go to pen tool and select underneath the body. Now we're going to do the rear end. So selecting the nodes like so, just all the way around. You know, I made the gap and I didn't make the little furs. What I'm going to do with this one is reset the pressure, make them all smart smooth, like so. And then make the cut shape proper, like this. Tail seemed a little bit thick in this area, so I'm going to cut it down, like so. Then it comes out, that's the actual back leg. You won't really see that piece because the foot will be there. So that looks pretty good. I'll do the same trick again by duplicating these. Going to the move tool, making the bottom one the same color as the body, and getting rid of the streak, and then going to just the streak one, and going into node tool. If I could work out what I was doing, I totally forgot. Okay, now I'm gonna go to just the nodes, make one either side of this one, and make the middle one break and delete it. And then down here, and I'll make 3 nodes and grab the middle one, break it, delete it, then getting those that we just made, and I go into stroke panel and make the node fatter in the middle and thinner on the edges, like so, like that. Go into pen tool and make sure we're just doing node here. So I had to think, and I was like, what are we doing? Like, just bending that now and duplicating it. Go into move tool and pushing up slightly. There we go. Now this tail, it would actually be the other way. So I'm gonna grab both of those nodes again, duplicate them, and when we move it this time, it's actually gonna be the other way, like that. Yep. Just like that. Nearly done. Okay. Selecting underneath everything now. I'm going into pen tool again. I'm gonna do the leg now. So just gonna make the shape, which is this. And reset the pressure. Go into node tool. Now this has got to be above the tail. So I'm going to move that above, like so. going to leave them sharp this time because I'm going to angle it out like this so it makes the claws like so. And I'm just going to make this one like smart smooth. Make an extra one. Make that rounded. I like having a little play with them. Just to get it right. Okay, now that we've got that for shape, make sure that one's underneath the body because it would be. We can make it the same colour as the body, like so. I'm going into pen tool. I'm gonna make these little toes now. So insert inside and then make the line, and then make the stroke go thinner at one end, and go into node tool and bend this. These toes would be this way. And duplicate that and pull it to the other one. You're gonna have to move it to make it make sense, like so. Now we don't want that line on the foot. We want it underneath. And I'm just trying to think why it's there. Trying to think where that line is. It's not part of the text. Oh, is it? No. So we're looking for that shape. Is it this one? Yeah. And what we're going to do is go into node tool, select that middle one, break it, and delete it. And just make the loads make sense. Like so. And now it's gone. Just like that. Now to finish this getting off, go into pen tool and just draw in this leg, which is underneath his head, so we don't see it. We're going to go to the node tool, select them all, and go to more smooth. This was actually above that body piece, so about there, and then make this the same colour, like so. And we got that same issue with the lines there again. So let's try and find that one now, which is this one, I think. And what we'll do is just make that above that line instead, like that one. And we got lines on this one, so we're gonna duplicate it, make the bottom one just the straight, just the colour, and then the top one just the stroke. Go into node tool, make an extra node here, and break it, and delete it, and change the pressure on it because it's wrong, like so and like so, like that. And we're gonna just put these fluffs in. So we get the pen tool, make sure we're not on that stroke layer because it'll join up, then just make the stroke there and make sure it's black. Go into node tool and bend it this way because the foot would be this way. So you're always following the body. duplicate that now. And just put it there. Even though on my sketch I've gone the other way, it is meant to be that way. And that's one kitten done. Now on to the other kitten. So I'm going to tidy up these nudes. It's getting everywhere. So I'm going to select them all. And then group them. So it's not everywhere. And we got to pull out that head, which is that one. So it's just that kitten. Which it is. And it's got to be above the other kitten. Now. Going underneath all the layers. Go into pen tool. It is time whether you want to call it or whether you want to finish it off, guys. I'm gonna make this one's little body. So I'm gonna go pen tool here and all the way down. Like so. Make sure that we just can't see the lines basically. And go into node tool. Message deleted by stream elements. What's that, mate? Bella was timed out by stream elements. What the heck? I'll have to solve that. So I'll just wait for you to come back. And whilst I'm waiting, I'm gonna select all these nodes and make it smart smooth. And change the pressure so it's normal. Just reset it. And just make these lines make sense with the sketch. Like that. I'm gonna make it same colour as the rest of the kitten, like so. I go into pen tool. And I'm gonna draw this foot thing here. So just doing these nodes like so. Going into node tool. Making it smart smooth. You like it, Dawn? That's really good. They are very cute. I'm gonna duplicate that there. I'll make the bottom one just the colour. No stroke. And the top one just the stroke. Like it is. I'm going to node tool. And I'm gonna make some extra nodes just here and here. And make the middle one. Select it. Break it. Oh no. That wasn't. Break it. That was delete it. Now we can delete it. And go into pressure again. Make it the middle node. And go down on these two sides. So it's a bit more like this. Now what I'm going to do is put in an extra couple of nodes on this. I'm going to move it so it's more of a foot. And then select this one and do exactly the same. So it makes sense with the line. I should have done that first. Just tidying up the nodes. Yeah, looks more like a foot now. Yeah, Bella's placed in time. I seen that. I feel pretty right if you want to carry on. But I don't want to put anyone out by carrying on, if you know what I mean. So I'll leave it to you. I'll just carry on whilst you're deciding. I go to pen tool and just put in these little fluffs now. So making sure they're black. I'm gonna go to node tool and burn these now. Duplicate it. Go to move tool and move up a little bit. Yeah, I already found out. So I'm just waiting for her to come back and tell me whatever she was going to tell me. If she like timed out, she can't see or just timed out from chatting. Do you think? Because I don't want her to miss something. I don't know why Stream Elements have done that. That's very strange. Doesn't know if I can adjust anything. It's the Streamlabs bot. Where is it? Stream Elements bot. Hey, you're back. Could you actually see though? Or do you want me to redo that for? Yeah, so if you guys want me to carry on, just tell me. And I'll carry on for a bit. I'm going to go to pen tool. Make sure we're underneath the body. And just draw in the tail with these notes. Like so. And join this tail up. Make sure it's reset on the pressure. Select the node tool, select it all, and make it smart smooth. Now make the shape correct. And just adjusting these nodes so it's making sense. Now what I'm going to do is the same again, so I'm going to duplicate this. And the bottom one I'm just going to use the fill as the body color and get rid of the streak. And the top one I'm just going to have just a streak. I'm going to go to the node tool. Go to where these extra puffs are and put in some extra nodes like so. And the middle one, make sure it's selected, break it and delete it. And I think that was it on that one. So what I'm going to do is go to pressure and do our usual pressure, right? Like so. Then go to pen tool. just make sure you're not selected on the bit that you were just on, because it'll try and join on. This tail bit is actually this way, which is correct on my join. I'm just going to make sure that stroke is black. Going into node tool. And it's slightly that way. Duplicate it, go into move tool. And put it just there, so that we got the little fluffs. And now there's only one bit left to do, which is this arm. I'm gonna go just above the body, so just right there. Go into the pen tool, and now starting from by here, and do these nodes, but I'm gonna do them very weirdly. So just like this, and I'm gonna go to node tool, and what I'm gonna do, if I can get it above that head actually, right there, I'm gonna bend these nodes now to where they need to be to make the ball. This one has got to be smooth. And this one's got to be slightly bent. Now, that whole shape, we're going to make the same body colour. And what we're going to do is go back to pen tool, make sure we're on that shape we just made, go into this menu, insert inside, and make, oh, why didn't that work? So insert inside, it's still not okay, let's do this slightly different, so let's just let it scatter. We'll just make the line like so, and then drag it inside. Now go into node tool and bend it to make the shape of these balls, like that, and the same with the other one. So duplicate that, and to move, and move it to this ball. Now that ball looks far too big, so I'm going to go back to this shape, go onto node tool, and just make it slightly smaller than it was, because that was like a bit crazy. I mean, they do have big pools, but not that big. And there we go, that's the kittens done. I'm glad I carried on. So the next time we'll start like shading them and stuff. I'll put this drawing into the club, just selecting all these layers and grouping them, and if we turn on everything else we've done, and just like this, we've got our cats and kittens like this. Yeah, your favorite part, Bella. I will make sure that your influence is on there. It'll be like, which color now? They're not that small anymore. When I drew this, they were that small. They're now the same size as the other cats, and they're only like 4 months old. They are huge. Yeah, they are very strange ears. They're like really pointy, like straight up, and they're odd color. See the rest of them, but they're lovely. So that is that tutorial, and thanks for watching, and I'm gonna quit now, and we'll do the shading next week. But yeah, thanks for watching. and I'll see you next time.